Hello, this is number 3, and I know I said I was going to do something on love or something like that, but fuck that. This one I'm going to actually make quite personal. Over the last week, I went home for Christmas to visit my mother, and during that time we went up to our reservation to visit my family that I haven't seen in several years, and one of them being my uncle. Now, to give you a long story short about my uncle, our history is, let's see, he's about 5, 6 years older than me or so. And between the ages of 4 and 7 of my age, he molested me quite a bit. So, and I didn't come to terms with this until I was about 21 years old. And, like, actually open up to the first person about it. I did do therapy and stuff like that as a kid, but I really don't remember much of that, or if it even helped me or anything like that. I did fully forgive him after thinking about life and all that stuff that comes in with being molested as a kid. Probably about 4 years or so ago. Now, when I saw him a couple days ago, it was really hard on me. And not for the molestation part, but just for what has happened to him. He, back in August or so, he went to the hospital for about a month and was diagnosed with Lyme's disease. Got out of the hospital for a couple weeks and ended up back in the hospital for about another month and diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. So since August, he's basically paralyzed on like a third of his body, like his eye, like one side of his body. He's got the constant shakes. He doesn't know where his feet are, so he could barely walk. He could barely talk. He has to wear braces, like a brace on his leg and his hands and everything, just so his shakes doesn't rub into him, and so he can actually not break an ankle and still have that muscle control of somewhat. He can barely talk. He's very hard to understand. Things of that sort. His memory's starting to go because of everything as well, like mostly short term. All the people that he was really, really close to, like friends and family before all this happened, pretty much have nothing to do with him anymore. At the same time, he's just going through huge amounts of depression. Like, you could see it in his eyes that he really just did not feel like being alive anymore. And he's also lost like over 200 pounds in those few couple months as well. And I just felt really bad for him. It's like, I forgave him about everything in our past. And I want to do something for him, and the only thought I kept coming up with was trying to tell him somehow that I forgave him. That I forgive him for all the shit that has happened, all the stuff that was consequence of the molestation and such. But I don't know if this would be a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I could see it for a good thing as, him knowing that I have forgiven him, and knowing that, shit happens, life will go on or something like that, But a bad thing, too, of possibly dredging up all those old memories, of possibly bringing out more of that depression in him that he's already going through. So I'm not really sure if this would be a good thing or not. It's one of those things I think he should know, no matter what, and hopefully it'll give him, like, maybe some release in life, maybe some release about him. Because I do know for a fact that, after everything happened, it stopped. I don't know if I was the first. I don't know if, he was molested or not. And I know there's still people in our family that don't believe it happened, things of that, but, so I'm not sure if this would be a good thing. I don't know what else I can do for him, even though I really want to do something for him. It's just to try and help him out, even if it's to bring a smile or something to his face for just a few moments, And, any ideas, like, would be helpful, if anybody's ever been in similar situations, on how you handled it, I don't know. It'd be good on knowing on how to do different things, or what things I could do, other than just trying to give them that release. But so yeah, that's it. On a different note, I am planning on moving back to Chicago out of Milwaukee finally, because honestly, I really don't like this town. I mean, it's alright. Like, a lot of the people here are pretty cool and stuff, but it's just the city itself. Like, there's nothing to do. There's, no jobs, no jobs in the art field for that matter either. And also, Chicago, just because I love that city. It's fun. There's always something to do, lots of great people, lots of things to do every night of the week instead of just like one night a week or something. Maybe a little bit expensive, but it's the price you gotta pay. At the same time, there's a crap ton more jobs that, if I start looking now, maybe I'll find one by then. And also, I'm planning on starting grad school up there. I put in the application a week and a half ago, and hopefully that'll go through, and we'll see where that goes from there. So that's life. If you really want to know about love, right now there's none in my life. None. Not even any sex or anything like that either, so I lead a boring life. If you can tell me where I can find a life, that would be wonderful. Other than that, wish you all a Happy New Year's, and hope you had a great Christmas.